we've developed a model called the balanced play diet. The whole idea behind it is that we all know about balancing a nutritional diet. So you should have more vegetables and not too much sweets and crisps. It's the same at play. So play has lots of different types of play, and you can have the superfoods of the play diet, which are the active, social, imaginative, free, child-led play. And you can also have the treats and sweets of the play diet, which is your solitary, sedentary, passive stuff. So like playing a mindless game on your device. It's okay to have it in very small doses, but you wouldn't want it to be the mainstay of your play diet. It's really easy to help children get a balanced diet of play, learn all the skills they need to learn, because you learn different things from different types of play, and develop those really important life lessons.
Can you tell us what your job is and what the focus of your work is?
Sure. So I'm a research psychologist and I run an organisation called Fundamentally Children, and we help people who are making things for kids understand kids better and how they learn through play, so that we can help children thrive in a much more playful way. I think we do lots of different things. We do research, we do consultancy, we do training, but it's all around helping brands and organisations understand what children need to be able to be more playful and to develop better.
Brilliant answer. What is your end goal?
So my end goal is to make the world more playful, and that's our company mission. So we want everybody to be able to thrive in a much more playful way, because we think that's happy, healthy, and it's good for everybody.
We're interviewing you as part of the Lessons for Life campaign. Why do you think the Lessons for Life campaign is important?
Because as children grow up, they need to learn lots of things about the world and about themselves in order to be happy, healthy, confident, successful adults. And I think if you're developing those during the school curriculum and the school day, you're able to give children the opportunities to develop those skills naturally in an age-appropriate way. And you would never get to, 18 and expect a child or a person to be able to program a computer or drive a car without having practiced it. So it's really important that all those really important life skills get practiced and as kids are going through school.
I find that really important.
Me too.
What problems in society do you think education could fix?
All of them, pretty much. I think education is the silver bullet. And I think getting education right for future generations is one of the biggest responsibilities and biggest challenges for any government, really. And I think it's so important to help children not just learn what's happening, but learn how to do things and learn why, and be able to have those critical thinking skills and emotional intelligence, all of those really important things to help them learn more widely.
What was your experience of PSHE or life skills lessons when you were in school?
Well, we're going back a few years now, but we had, it was called PSE when I was at school, and we had stuff on sex and relationships that everybody giggled around because it was done so badly. We had some stuff on what a citizen is and how to be a good person. And so the stuff on moral development, I find, with my job now, I find looking back on that really interesting. But we had other lessons in school that a lot of schools don't have now. So we had things like home economics and basic hygiene and stuff like that. That was all taught way back when I was at school. And a lot of that gets put into the curriculum now, so the PSHE curriculum. So it's a bit more, it's a bit broader, and there seems to be less time for it, which is a real shame.
We have interviewed a lot of people, but it seems to us that you have had most experience with PSHE and life skills lessons when you were in school.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know whether it's just that I remember it more because it was something that I really enjoyed. And then when I got to A-level, I took what's called general studies, which was again, I don't think they do it anymore, but it was an A-level that was more around general knowledge and life skills and sort of general education. So that side of things I always really enjoyed. But yeah, my school must have been fairly forward thinking on that front, because they did. I didn't at the time think they were doing a good job at it, but if I'm the one who's got the most experience of it, then maybe they weren't so bad after all.
It sounds like you really loved school.
I love bits of it. Yeah. My school was a regular comprehensive, and there were lots of people there, and it had its ups and downs. But no, I love learning. So
Can you explain what a comprehensive school is?
yeah, so you have private schools where parents pay for the children to go. You have grammar schools where you have to pass an entrance exam to get into them. There are different types of schools, but a comprehensive school is open to everybody.
We're now going to test your knowledge. This hat contains some life skills questions for you to answer. Are you ready?
I'll give it a go.
The topic is the working world. Question number 1. Can you give 3 examples of chores that children can do to help at home?
Oh, yes. They can help with the dusting. And if you're cleaning the house and you give even a little child can have a cloth and they can help wipe down surfaces. They can help with washing vegetables. And older children can help with chopping vegetables and preparing dinners. And they can help with doing stuff in the garden or outside, picking out weeds and making sure there's no litter.
Question number 2. What is the difference between a debit card and a credit card?
Debit card means that you are using money you've already got. If you're using a credit card, you're using the bank's money and they're going to charge you interest.
What is interest?
Interest is the money that you pay the bank to borrow their money. So if you were going to borrow £10 and there was interest of payment on it, in total you would pay back more than £10 to the bank once you've finished borrowing the money.
Thank you for clearing that up. And the last question is, why do we need money?
That's a really good question. It's quite a deep one too. So some people think that you don't. And in the very old days, we used to have what's called a barter economy before money was invented. So you might be really good at digging holes in the ground, and I might need somebody to dig a hole, and I might be very good at cooking dinner, and I might trade a dinner for you digging a hole for me. And that's called a barter economy. So you just swap services. But it's hard to know how much one of those services is worth. So maybe me digging a hole for you should be worth 3 dinners. And maybe I don't want 3 dinners. I only want 1 dinner, but I want something else instead. So money is a way of giving everything a value so that you can use it for different things.
That's really interesting. Amanda, can you tell me what has been your biggest life lesson to date?
Well, I'm quite old and there's been quite a few, but I think my biggest life lesson is around how you treat other people and being the real you, being authentic to yourself and your own values, and letting people see that and then paying it forward and seeing how you can help other people. And I think there is a misconception, if you like, that if I win, somebody else is losing. And I don't believe that. I think you can do things where everybody wins. So I'm always looking for opportunities to help somebody else in a way that also helps me and maybe help somebody else in the meantime, because those things, it's called a virtuous circle. And I think the world is full of those, but I think people misunderstand and feel that if somebody else is benefiting from something, then they're losing and they get defensive. So I think it's really important to look for opportunities where everybody can win.
To be honest, that is really important. I think around the world people should do that.
So do I. And it's one of the things that you learn through playing, because if you play collaborative games and you realise that by working together and all putting in your skills and doing your bit, you can achieve so much more together than you can on your own. That's a really good life lesson. And that's why I love watching kids play and promoting play and seeing how we can make the world more playful.
That is really wholesome. If you could change one thing about education, what would it be?
That's a really good question. And I think it's such a big question that it's hard to break it down to just one thing. But because it's one thing, I'm going to go for, I think we need better teacher training and to pay teachers better. In previous generations, teachers were respected and it was a prestigious career to have. And I think it's lost some of that. And I think that's having an impact all the way through schools.
If you could teach children one thing before they leave primary school, what would it be?
So I think most things are teachable. I think what I would like all children to leave primary school with is the confidence to have a go at something new, because I think that there's a fear of failure that is contributing to some of the anxiety and some of the barriers that we artificially put in our way when we're learning. And I think if all children could have enough fun during primary school that they have the confidence to try something new with a positive attitude, then I think everything else they could learn.
I agree. That is definitely really important for all children, especially me who's leaving primary school soon. Also, I hear your company checks apps for children. What's that all about?
Yeah, so at Fundamentally Children, we have a thing called the Good Play Guide, and it's a website, goodplayguide.com, where we review toys and apps and games and lots of things that are playful for children. And it's to help parents navigate the world, because there's so many toys and apps and games out there. So it's to help parents find ones that are suitable for their children, age appropriate, skill developed, all the things they want to find. So you could go onto the Good App Guide or the Good Play Guide, and you could say, I'm looking for an app to help my child learn to read, or I want to find something that helps with their emotional development. And you can use the filters to find the different apps that we've reviewed on the site.
That seems cool.
It's really fun, and I love watching the kids play with the different toys and apps, because you get to know so much about the kids as well as the products.
Before we finish our interview today, is there anything else you would like to mention to our listeners?
So at Fundamentally Children, we've developed a model called the Balanced Play Diet. And it's on the Good Play Guide website. You can find out more about it. But the whole idea behind it is that we all know about balancing a nutritional diet. So you should have more vegetables and not too much sweets and crisps. It's the same at play. So play has lots of different types of play, and you can have the superfoods of the play diet, which are the active, social, imaginative, free, child-led play. And you can also have the treats and sweets of the play diet, which is your solitary, sedentary, passive stuff. So like playing mindless game on a device. It's okay to have it in very small doses, but you wouldn't want it to be the mainstay of your play diet, right? So if you think about play in those terms, it's really easy to help children get a balanced diet of play, learn all the skills they need to learn, because you learn different things from different types of play, and develop those really important life lessons.
That sounds like really interesting work. Thank you so much for being here. It's been lovely talking to you.
It's been great talking to you two both too.
To find out more, visit lessonsforlife.org.